Words matter. In history, it matters more. Someone commented on my post and said, and I quote, "Enslaved people were almost the same as indentured. Slavery has been illegal for a long time. The past is the past. We should just treat everyone the same." Now that all sounds reasonable on the surface, until you look at the facts. Indentured servitude was a contract. You worked for a set number of years, usually 4 to 7. You were legally a person. You could testify in court. You had an end date. Now, enslavement in America was not a contract. It was chattel slavery. You were legally property. Your children inherited your status, so they were property as well. You had no legal standing, no wages, no protection, no expiration date. You could be sold, beaten, raped, separated from your children, and it was legal. So no, not almost the same, not even close. Now let's talk dates. 1619, the first documented Africans are brought to Virginia. For nearly 250 years, slavery was legal in what becomes the United States. January 1st, 1863, the Emancipation Proclamation is issued. Important detail though, it did not free all enslaved people. It only applied to Confederate states in the rebellion. June 19th, 1865, Union troops arrive in Galveston, Texas. Enslaved people there, they finally learn they're free. That's Juneteenth. December 6th, 1865, the 13th Amendment is ratified. Slavery is officially abolished, except for one clause, except as punishment for a crime. And that clause matters, because after 1865, here came the black codes, convict leasing, chain gangs, Jim Crow, redlining, mass incarceration. So, when someone says slavery has been illegal for a long time, understand this. There are Americans alive today whose grandparents were born into sharecropping that function like economic bondage. That's not ancient history. That's 3 generations ago. Here's the issue with saying the past is the past. The past built the present. Wealth gaps, school funding gaps, land ownership disparities, incarceration rates. Those didn't fall from the sky. They were engineered. So if you don't teach history accurately, you make injustice look accidental, and it wasn't. When we blur the difference between indentured servitude and racial chattel slavery, we minimize brutality. When we say just treat everyone the same now, without acknowledging how differently people were treated before, we erase responsibility. Teaching accurate history is not about guilt, it's about clarity. And you can't heal what you refuse to diagnose. So no, we can't just let the past be the past, because the past is still paying dividends. And some, well, they're still paying debts. History isn't about shame, it's about truth. And until we tell it fully, we will keep arguing about symptoms instead of confronting the system. Now tell me that's not the truth.